100 years ago today, September 5th, 1914, Her Majesty's ship, the Pathfinder, was sunk by a German U-boat with 259 lives lost. Also, Wilson's ship called the Juno hit a mine and was sunk with 10 lives lost. The Germans had taken the town of Reims in France, and they were also engaged in a battle in what was called Abacor and now called Zambia. World War I was well underway, but the United States of America wasn't involved. We were providing munitions and raw services to the Allies, and certainly here in Lenox, that town where society gathers, there was a lot of spying going on. And there were diplomats from both sides of the argument in the World War here in Lenox. And they were socializing in Lenox. It was the only place in society that still allowed the society members from all sorts of places to intermingle with each other. And that's why there was so much spying going on and so much diplomatic work. 100 years ago today, though, you can see that the Allies aren't actually having a very good day. The Germans are really doing fairly well. Now, what's happening today in the world, September 5th, 2013? Well, there's a big meeting of NATO, an alliance of the North American Treaty Organization. Now, that was formed following World War II. And today they're meeting and trying to discuss how to control Russia. Now, Russia, they were our allies 100 years ago. They were going to fight the Huns, especially over certain land disputes, invasions by the Austria-Hungaries into the territories of the Balkans, in which the Russians had an alliance that they would support. Now, these great nations, they had all gathered and grouped together, but what did they really have in common? What were their real goals? It's like today when you read about the incursions the Russians are making in Kiev and the anger that everyone is having. At NATO, they've decided to put together a rapid response force so that they can fight this aggression. And they're also thinking of further economic sanctions against the Russians. You can see the world is heading in the wrong direction. And what happened to that great peace, the ideals of peace? The United States of America 100 years ago was not really interested in fighting these European wars, losing men, losing laborers. No, but we were going to get sucked into it. And there was going to be an incident here in Lenox with the Austria-Hungarian ambassador to the United States named Dumba, who had taken a house in Lenox, and he eventually got himself kicked out of the diplomatic corps because he got Woodrow Wilson upset with him. But that's going to come later on in the 100 years that are going to lead up to the United States finally getting involved in all this muddle. The minute you get involved, you can't get out again. It's just like being in the mafia. So let's rejoice that 100 years ago today, we were free from all of that.